I'm Caitlin Trouton with Area TV. I'm here with Cedric Lejeune from Workflowers, who presented at our Flame event at NAB this year. Cedric, first I'd like to say thank you very much for presenting at the Flame After Hours user event. It was really great to have you there.
Yeah, thank you for inviting me. It was great for me too, because speaking about those geeky things in front of an audience and trying to make it understandable and entertaining, it was a real challenge, and I was really helped by Bill and Philip, and I believe we managed to get the message.
Yeah, actually, we really enjoyed hearing about all of the color science that we've put into Flame from you as a trainer. And in fact, you sound very enthusiastic about what we've done, some of the changes that we introduced in the 20th anniversary edition for Flame. Maybe you could tell me what sets it apart, what really makes it a best-in-class tool, the new color tools in Flame.
What I really like about it is that it's really blocks that we just stacked one above the other, and that really makes it easy. Once you know what you have to do, you just put the bricks and then you export what you have. And compared to before, where it was very difficult and kind of magics and dark science to find how to translate a lookup table that someone might have handed to you, now you have transforms that are precise, explicit. It's much more understandable. It's a huge change.
That's great, that's great. So actually, I'd like to pick up on one of the things you talked about, the transforms, and how it's a little bit more, I guess what I hear you saying, it's more sensible. Maybe you could talk a bit more about how ACES has been brought into Flame and give us maybe a taste of what users would see if they started to use the tool.
Yeah, that's also something, is really the ACES is becoming an industry standard, so it means that the camera support, that's always a problem. You get files from everywhere, different cameras, you don't know how to deal with them. Again, it's explicit, and it will be the same for every vendor, every department in your facility. So it also means that the communication between different departments and different facilities will be much easier than it is today. So that's ACES brings that to Flame. Flame supports that in a very nice way. The great thing about the implementation is that you are not stuck into ACES. ACES is great for this interchange, but it might be a bit weird at the beginning because of the way it works. So you can, since you have tools to translate, you can translate that back to your comfort zone, work exactly the way you used to, and then send it back to ACES with no distortion at all. Full quality, and so technically you get the benefits from the ACES, but still work the way you used to, so it's a total win.
Great, that's really wonderful to hear. Finally, I'd really like to ask you about some of the training you provide through Workflowers. If you would tell us a little bit about what you're doing with Workflowers, maybe give us a bit of the history, and what you're doing today with Flame Premium.
Yeah, it's been now 7 years providing consulting services for post-production facilities and laboratories transitioning to digital, and it's been 27 countries and 150 clients, so it's a pretty wide experience, I would say. And we started with really the workflow aspects, meaning the infrastructure and how people should exchange their data, and all quality control on top of that, because quality is very important. So there is a part that is how to implement that into Flame Premium and the Autodesk tools, but also with the integration with other tools from the industry, because the communication is very important. So we go pretty deep into the technical aspects, for example, things that are often difficult in the network aspects, just like wiretap and how to configure a SAN. On the Flame Premium compositing, I was with Lynn Lepage. She's absolutely amazing on that, and she's been teaching maybe 50% of the guys who use Flame, so she's absolutely great. So we work with partners to organize sessions, so she would take care of the compositing aspects, I would take care more of the color science and grading, and it's something where you technically learn not only the tools, but really the job that you have to do, because it's structured as a job. It's not about pushing the buttons, but really know what it's about.
Well, thanks very much, Cedric. That's really great to hear. Maybe you could tell us where you offer training in Europe, in the Americas. Where do you offer it?
Yeah, globally, actually.
That's great. That's great. Well, thanks again for being at our Flame user event, and thank you for joining us on Area TV.